In this video, we'll cover the job costing module in Service CEO. This module allows you to calculate and track profit and loss on your jobs. Please be sure to also watch the payroll module training video, as payroll calculations are a very important part of the job costing module. To see how the job costing module works, let's go take a look at a work order. We'll open our work order here for Aaron Jackson. Looks like this job is drywall paneling. We can see here it's been scheduled for 7 hours. As we move down, we'll see our total charges here. $2,000 for 20 drywall panels and $500 for 5 hours of drywall labor, total of $2,500. The subtotal is the total amount of the charges from the charges section here. The discount line totals any discounts applied to any charge, and the cost is the cost of any products on this. Using this example, drywall labor is a service item, but drywall panels are a product that we sell from our product book. If we click in here, we can see the unit cost for each drywall panel is $50, but the sell price, which is what we're charging the customers, is $100 each. So the 20 drywall panels times the $50 per panel gets us a cost of $1,000. As you know from the payroll module training videos, the commission, hourly pay, and hourly overhead are based on which rate sheet Jeff K is assigned to here. We can see that under the Junior Field Tech 3 rate sheet, Jeff is paid $140 for this assignment. We see that this is made up strictly of hourly pay. There's no commission for Jeff on this assignment. We can also see that this rate sheet calculates $35 in total overhead for this particular assignment. So by taking the pre-payroll profit, subtracting the estimated payroll and the hourly overhead, we're left with profit on this work order of $1,325. Now that's just the profit for this particular work order. Let's go to the job information tab to see where commission for sales reps is calculated and tracked, as well as total profit for the total job. At the bottom of this tab, we see the sales rep field here. We can see that Mike is assigned, and that Mike is using the Senior Field Tech 3 rate sheet here, and is being paid $250 for his sales rep assignment. This is tracked here under the commission job line. Under it, we see the total payroll for all work orders that are assigned to this job. In this scenario, we only have one work order, but regardless of the number of work orders on the job, the total payroll from all work orders is shown here. The sum of these two fields gets us our total payroll on this job. That, as well as the overhead, are taken out of our total charges to get us an estimated profit in total of $1,075. The final part of the job costing module in Service CEO relies around the costing date field seen here. The costing date field functions the same as the issue date field on the invoice, in that it's populated when all work orders that are part of this job are completed. This field is very important as it dictates what jobs are pulled into the job costing report category. Now let's close the work order and look at this on the job costing report. Notice that the costing date has been filled out with the date that the work order was scheduled for. Now let's take a look at this job on a job costing report. The job costing report category is a mirror of the job analysis category in terms of filter criteria options and layout options. For this example, we're going to run a report called Today's Jobs, which pulls jobs for today and sorts them by the employee assigned to the work order. Here we see Jeff K was assigned to job 2074. Let's take a look at the columns from left to right. The first column is our service charge. This is how much we're charging the customer for our service. In this scenario, this was the $500 in drywall labor. The next column is the product charge. This is how much we're charging the customers for products. This was the $2,000 for 20 drywall panels. The total charges column sums the product and service charges and is the actual charge amount to your customer. The product cost was the cost incurred by the company for the products sold on this job. In this example, we had the 20 drywall panels that we paid $50 for, which gives us a product cost of $1,000. The hourly pay column is how much the employee assigned to the work order is paid on an hourly basis for this job. The commission paid totals commissions paid to the sales rep for this job. The overhead column totals the overhead amount calculated for job costing purposes. So the total cost column is the total cost incurred to the company of doing this job, which is the sum of these 4 columns here. The payroll cost column here essentially calculates your margin on labor. In this scenario, our payroll was 85% of what we charged for this service. That payroll cost is comprised of the overhead amount plus the commission amount plus the hourly pay amount. You then divide that by the service charge to get your payroll cost percentage here. The product cost percentage follows the same concept. You take the amount spent for your products here, your product cost, divided by the amount charged for your products, and this gets you a margin on your products here. The total profit for this particular job is $1,075, and the profit margin on this job is 43%. Each grouping option on this report is going to give you sums for each of the columns seen here, as well as an average profit margin. So each of the different grouping options in this reporting column essentially allows you to analyze your business and figure out where the best profit margins lie. Let's take a look at another report to get a better sense of how grouping works to summarize profit margin. If we come back to our list of job costing reports, you can see here we've got some monthly summaries set up, a summary by marketing campaigns set up, and a year-to-date summary by city reports set up. If we take a look at this report, our criteria are simply with the costing date of this year, meaning only pull jobs where the costing date is in the current calendar year. On the layout tab, we see that we've got this set up to pull the summary view of information, and that we have this report grouped by service location city. Again, what this will do is give us totals for all of the columns that we've mentioned before, like our product cost, our service cost, our labor cost, as well as give us the average profit margin for each city that we see on the left here. This concludes the training video on the job costing module in Service CEO. If you have questions or could use some help with this, please contact your customer success manager or our tech support department.